Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. St. Greta wasn't born until the year 2003, and she almost missed her chance to save the planet. This was because the planet was destroyed on January 1st, 2000 by the Y2K bug. And if that wasn't bad enough, later during the year 2000, the New York Times announced that the North Pole was ice-free for the first time in more than 50 million years. And piling on the bad news, during March 2000, the Independent newspaper announced that snowfalls are now just a thing of the past. Greta will never get to experience snow and ice unless she looks out the window where they're having record cold in Sweden. Electricity prices in Europe are skyrocketing because of the global warming scam, but Greta doesn't have to worry because she's been making lots of money off of it. However, she does face another major challenge, as congressional climate experts say the world will end in the year 2030. And the Washington Post agrees. At this point, there's only 8 years left for planet Earth.
The world is going to end in 12 years if we don't address climate change. And your biggest issue is your biggest issue is how are we going to pay for it?
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
According to the New York Times, the North Pole was ice-free 22 years ago, but now the ice edge is right at the 1981 to 2010 median. This may seem like good news for Greta, but the bad news is that the world was destroyed from overpopulation by the time her mother was 5 years old. In 1967, the world's leading population expert, Dr. Paul Ehrlich from Stanford, said, "It's already too late for the world to avoid a long period of famine." Paul Ehrlich said the time of famines is upon us and will be at its worst and most disastrous by the year 1975. Ehrlich has been pushing for mass population reduction for the past 50 years, and it seems like his message has resonated with globalists. By 1969, the New York Times, the United Nations, and Dr. Paul Ehrlich were talking quite openly about poisoning the world's food and water supply. The idea of poisoning the public for population reduction purposes has been openly discussed since before Greta's mother was born. And in the meantime, they keep the public distracted with all kinds of other meaningless nonsense. Toto has been reporting on this giant shell game for the past 14 years. You can visit him, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.